Breathe in, move, listen. Invite Jesus to your space.
欢迎, welcome. Welcome to Christ-centered yoga to learn Chinese. 欢迎. Welcome to your mat. Gather anything that's going to make your practice comfortable, and let's begin. Let's begin with breath. To breathe. 呼吸. 呼吸 is to breathe, and it's the most important part about yoga. So feel free to sit up tall, whether it's on a block or a bolster or a blanket, to get those hips to curl up and have that stackable ladder from crown to tail. I invite you to invite Jesus to your space. Divinity, whatever that is for you, something that is loving and compassion, full of light and love. And maybe you close down the eyes. 眼睛, 闭上眼睛. So just start to close down the eyes and fill the safe place inside with your breath. And just breathe. 呼吸. So take a beautiful inhale. 吸气. And then a long exhale. 吐气. And start to feel the breath come into the body, whether it's in the chest or the ribs or the belly. Relax the shoulders, even relax the face, and just keep breathing. Inhaling, 吸气. And exhaling, 吐气. Good, just a few more times just like that. Not trying to change the breath, but witnessing it. Where does it show up? Do you feel it in your nose or your mouth? Starting to make those internal connections of awareness of your body, your breath, your mind, your spirit. So as we take these couple more breaths, maybe we start to set an intention for our practice. Intention is something that we can come back to when the mind wanders or drifts away, or we feel like we want to come out of a posture. So we can either come back to the breath, come back to breathing, 呼吸, or we can come back to an intention. I'm going to set a small, simple intention of let. Wrong. Let. So just letting things happen how they happen. Don't force or push it or try to change it, but witness what comes up. And you may even want to add let God on that for the spiritual component of yoga. So it'd be wrong, Shen. God is Shen. Let is wrong. So this is our intention. You set whatever intention works for you. And let's just move into a little bit more of a breath practice. So equal ratio breath. Equal ratio breath, we start to take a deep breath in and we count up the same amount of seconds as we would actually exhale. It's an equal part breath. So start to take your breath in. Inhale, 吸气. And once you hit 3 or 4, then 吐气. Exhale down the same amount of counts. I'm going to count out a 5-second breath. So you go ahead and inhale whatever feels right for you. 吸气. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 吐气. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going at your own pace, your own rhythm of breath. Good, so now that we've got the body ready, equal ratio breath, front to back, you've learned a little bit of Chinese already, let's go ahead and come down to the space of our backs on our mat.
躺下.
To lie flat or lie down.
躺下.
So as we lie down on our backs, we'll start to bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Roll gently back and forth on that low spine. Feel what feels good into your space. Close down the eyes if it feels safe, so close the eyes. 闭上眼睛, to close your eyes. 闭上眼睛. And breathe. 呼吸. Good. Let's bring the right knee into the chest. The left leg will go long. Give a nice little rotate out through the hips. What feels good in your body here. And we'll take it across the body into our first spinal twist. So keep both shoulders anchored to the earth. We start to look over that right shoulder. Now, not applying too much force on the knee, but letting gravity do its thing. If the shoulders start to come up off the earth, then you'll want to anchor them. Allow yourself to just let gravity flow through your body. Again, close down the eyes if it feels safe. Close the eyes. 闭上眼睛. And breathe. 呼吸. Maybe you take that next inhale, 吸气. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 吐气. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring that knee back into the chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. Both knees come in. Rotate out anything tense or tight in the hips. Feel into your body. The right leg will go long. Left knee comes into the belly. And then we'll take the opposite side. So gently shift the hips. Bring that left knee across the side of the body. Anchor both shoulders to the earth. And start to look over that left shoulder this time. So again, soften the facial muscles. If it feels safe, close down the eyes. 闭上眼睛. And breathe. 呼吸. Good. On your next inhale, 吸气. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 吐气. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Gently release. Come back to your center. You're doing a great job. Knees come into the chest. Let's go heavier into the hips now. So take the right leg over top of the left knee. Go ahead and find this triangle place between one hand through, one on the outside. Grab on behind the hamstring. Start to bring the knee into the chest. Flex both feet. And then give yourself a little bit of movement here. So I always like to find movement before stillness. It helps me explore the places of my body where they're tense or they're tight and find that sensation that I need to focus on. So there is this little secret spot as we start to travel this flex foot on this side, and we go just gently, maybe 1 or 2 inches or maybe just a couple centimeters. And you'll start to feel that dull, achy stretch in the right piriformis, the right hip and glute. Allow yourself to be in control of this posture. You can pull in as much as you can. Let the breath guide you and release out. So here we might focus. And the beautiful part about learning Chinese while you're doing yoga is you actually have a mantra to focus on every moment because it is a foreign, sacred tonal sound. Whether it's the intention that you're focusing on of let Rong, or let God, Rong Shen, or just even closing down your eyes to breathe. Hu Xi, you hear that over and over in the mind. Hu Xi, that tonal vibratory sound. So inhale here, Shi Qi. And exhale, Tu Qi. Now exhale can actually be said in 2 different ways, Tu Qi or Hu Qi. Either one is correct. Take a deep breath in again, Shi Qi. And exhale out, Hu Qi or Tu Qi. Good. Gently and slowly start to wiggle it out, switch sides. Fill into the space of where you need to travel. Add your movement when you're ready. And then when you found that tensious place, that is where we go into stillness. That's where we go into breath. We control with our breath. Soften the facial muscles. If it feels safe, close the eyes. 闭上眼睛. Close the eyes. 闭上眼睛. And breathe. 呼吸. Inhale. 吸气. Exhale. 吐气. As the body starts to surrender and open up, you'll want to give a little bit more space. Bring those knees into the chest just a little bit more. Maybe you slide to the right just a little bit more and find that dull, achy pocket. And then focus on the sacred ancient sound of Chinese. 吸气, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 吐气, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more breath in. 吸气. Soften those facial muscles. 吐气 or 呼气. Let it all go. Good. Beautiful job. Bring those knees into the chest. Rotate anything out tense or tight in the hips. We take a little bit of a rock and roll here to find that place in the spine, open up. Lots of stimulation to the brain, fuels our brain with lots of fresh blood and oxygen. And then gently and slowly lie back down on your mat. We'll take that same other side that we did at the very first and find the figure 4, the supine pigeon. We're going to go a little deeper in the hips. So bring the knee into the chest, keep those feet exactly where they are, and then start to let them fall towards the earth on the left side. So the hips stay in alignment, shoulders are square. We let the flat foot rest. We turn the other foot just sideways on the foot. We start to look over that right shoulder. This is where the play is going to be. You can slide your foot down or up. You can hold on to your ankle. And then you may even choose to press that knee away from the body, feeling that burst side pocket in the hip release. And as we move into this practice, again, just finding peace and calm in the mind to move through the tensiest places of your body. So close down the eyes if it feels safe. Close the eyes. 闭上眼睛. Close the eyes. 闭上眼睛. And breathe. 呼吸. Just breathe. 呼吸. Beautiful job. Start to bring the knee back and use your core muscles here. Tighten the core, pull the belly up into the spine, and then allow yourself to put your legs up the wall. Find some inversion there that's good for the whole body, the internal organs, all the way to the brain. You could take an inversion up and over the head if that feels good in your practice. You could bring those knees up and over. Or you can stay exactly where you are, legs up the wall. So just play into what feels good in your body. You may even have a bent knee and put the knees on top of the forehead to stimulate that curvature of the cervical spine. There's no right or wrong here, so just feel into your feeling body. And then when you're ready to go to the second side, let's go ahead and take that other leg over. We're going to go deep into the burst side pocket on the left hip this time. So find this place where that tension is in the hips. This is so good for bikers, hikers, skiers, runners. A lot of tension is stored in our hips. And if we don't stretch out our hips, it's connected to the whole body. So then we start to tend to have back issues, knee problems. So when you're ready, you're going to let that foot drop to the earth on the other side. The foot will go flat. The other foot tucks. And then we have this extended arm on the left. We look over the left shoulder. We extend the knee out and play here. This is where you can feel into your hip of where the tension needs to be. Maybe you don't even push on the knee. Maybe you're just finding this breath into your belly, finding the sensations. melt out of your hip. So take a moment, close down your eyes, close the eyes. 闭上眼睛. Close the eyes. 闭上眼睛. And breathe. 呼吸. Just breathe. 呼吸. Take an inhale. 吸气. And a long exhale. 呼气 or 吐气. Let all of the tension melt away from the hip and the body. Beautiful. Good job. That's called 很好. Very good. 很好. Bring the knees into the belly, rotate side to side, floss out the hips, what feels good. And let's just move into the IT band. We'll take this, either this foot can be bent on the earth or it can be straight. IT band's also so good for biking, hiking, skiing, running. So start to flex this foot. And if you have a strap at home or a belt or a string or something, you could use that here. I'm going to work without the strap in case that you don't have one at home, so you know what to do. So hips are square with the shoulders. We want to try and take this bend out of the knee as much as possible. So if that means straightening the leg here, when we come here, if you need a little micro bend, that's okay. So we keep our hips exactly where they are, and then I want you to start to slide this leg to about this area of the outside edge of your mat on the other side. If you've gone too far, you're into a spinal twist. We want to work IT band right here. So the leg might start to shake, and that's normal. So just let the breath, the body starts to shake a lot of times to release tension, to release trauma, and so don't suppress it. Let it go with it. Let the body shake it out. So you might grab on the outside of the calf and start to bring it over. A strap would be really, really good for this practice because then you have a way to hold on to right here and the body can shake. And if we can't feel it on the outside of the knee, we want to bring it closer into the chest. And then the big leg will start to shake. My leg is shaking at this moment. So close down the eyes and let's try to find something safe because fight and flight's creeping up. There's tension in the body. So connect with your breath. Close down the eyes. 闭上眼睛 and breathe. 呼吸. Just breathe. 呼吸. Let's take a deep breath in. 吸气. And exhale it all the way out. 呼气. Good. Whenever that feels good, maybe you cradle it up into here, into the chest, and give a little bit of tension out through the hips. You might even put it in the crevice of the elbow, rock side to side, extend the leg. There's lots of options here, so just feel into your feeling body of what that feels like and what your body needs. Let's go for the second side. Left leg goes over top of right. We find that figure four, and then we pull it in. Maybe feel into that place where we were before. Good. Put the foot on the floor, leg goes up the wall. And then feel into the hamstring here. You can take a moment to give yourself a nice little hamstring stretch here. Close down the eyes. And if you didn't do that on the other side, make sure you balance out your body. We'll go into IT band from here. So let those toes point towards the heart. Take a nice straight strong leg. You could put a little micro bend in the knee, but we really want to kind of work on that straight leg because then we'll be able to go deeper into the IT band. If we're here, we're not really working IT band because there's no elongation of the ligaments here. So we want to extend the ligaments and then keep our hips and our shoulders grounded. Start to take it over to the blade edge corner of that mat. Close down the eyes if it feels safe. Hear the tonal vibration of sound. 闭上眼睛, close the eyes. 闭上眼睛 and breathe. 呼吸. Just breathe. 呼吸. Good. Stay with your breath. Take an inhale. 吸气. And an exhale. Hu qi. Let's do that one more time with a count. Inhale. Shi qi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two qi. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You did a beautiful job. The mind has been distracted by the tonal vibration of sound, of Chinese, to fall into that release of the body. Knees come in. We'll give a nice little rock and roll. It was a short little practice, but it really helped us get into the deepness of the hips, the fascia, the IT band. Let's come up to a seated position to close off our practice today. You should feel energized, renewed, movement is flowing, move out anything tense or tight, let the spine be tall, nice stackable ladder, and take a deep breath. Let's breathe. Hu shi. So take a nice big inhale, shi qi. Raise those arms up high to the sky. And then a nice big exhale, hu qi. Bring them all the way down into the heart center. 闭上眼睛, close the eyes. 闭上眼睛, connect internally with what's going on inside. Deep breath, inhale, shi qi. And exhale, hu qi. Thank you for joining Christ-centered yoga, learning Chinese and tonal vibration and sound and healing. This beautiful love and light in me is the same love and light in you. And when we're together, that's when we are one. So love and light. I, you, guang. I is love. Guang is light. I, you, guang. Namaste. Have a beautiful and blessed day.